This is not a happy video. If you're hoping for a happy video, then I apologize, this isn't it. This video is about theft and being robbed. Specifically about my being robbed of a drone. Let me paint you a picture. A couple weeks ago, me and a few buddies decided that we wanted to go up a canyon here in Utah, and we wanted to build an igloo and then camp in that igloo overnight.
Hey there.
Oh, howdy.
Hi.
Oh, hey.
Hey. Hey there, Doug. Hey, man. Hey.
None of us had ever built any kind of snow structure that big or that complex, and we wanted to try it out just for the adventure. So we get up to the top of the canyon, and I start looking at all the stuff that I've got. I've got this big backpack that's starting to fill up. It's got a sleeping bag, sleeping pad. We've got shovels, saws to cut through the snow to build the igloo blocks that go around. And then I've got this extra drone that's sitting here in its own carrying case. I took everything with me except the charger. I decided that weight was just starting to get too heavy and I didn't want to take it up with me, and I didn't think I was going to use it that much because we were just going overnight. So I decided to leave it in the back of the car. So I grab my backpack, throw it on, and me and my buddies take off up the mountain.
So we're snowshoeing up a mountain. We're gonna go camping. Got Dakota back there. And Doug up front.
We get up about a mile and decide that that's where we're gonna build our igloo. So we started on the igloo and it actually turned out really awesome.
This is where we're gonna build it. Nice! We reached it! Hey, you two, go stomp down a circle.
Okay, stomping.
After you stomp down that circle, I want you to shovel it, flatten it out. I'm just gonna stand here because we only have 2 shovels.
Well, how about you tell them why, Braxton? Oh, go ahead, tell them why.
We only have 2 shovels because, well, we only had 2 shovels because I didn't have a shovel.
The ceilings were super high. They're high enough to where I had to be standing on my tippy toes to touch the ceiling.
Look at the dome. It's holding so far. Woo! We almost got it. Oh, can you guys see that?
Stayed the night, everything went perfect. Super cool experience. The next morning we started packing everything up and we started heading down the mountain.
As we did it, it's the morning. This is us packing up. Braxton, showing the best part of this. Reach for the top.
Can't even touch.
This is the outside of the igloo. At the entrance over here. Standing out.
And as we're heading down the mountain, there's a point that you can look out and you can see the parking lot where all the cars are at. And we see my friend Doug's car. And Doug looks down and he notices down in the parking lot that his passenger side window doesn't have any snow on it. He points it out and I kind of just brushed it off and was like, nah, wind probably blew it off or probably just got brushed off. And then Doug is like, well, hopefully nobody broke in. I didn't think that was even a possibility where we were at, especially up the canyon. So I'm like kind of joking with him like, nah dude, nobody would have broken in. Sure enough, we get down to the car, passenger side window is just completely shattered out.
Braxton, what you doing?
Just cleaning up some glass. Some little hellions that broke into the car last night.
Yeah, some guys broke into my car last night, broke the window, went through all my stuff.
It didn't look like anything was gone. Doug had a $2,500 Sony lens that was in there, as well as his MacBook Pro sitting underneath the seat. Still there, weren't gone. The only thing that appeared missing at the time was like a $60 Polaroid camera and one of Doug's hard drives. We're thinking that these thieves are just these idiots that broke into a car for basically nothing, like maybe $100 worth of stuff. And then later that night, I'm back here packing up this backpack. And I started thinking like, something's missing. So why, there's something that's not here. What's not here? And then it clicks. And I was like, the drone is gone. And so I grab my phone and I start texting Doug. I'm like, dude, I think they got the drone. So Doug texts me back and he's like, oh crap, dude, where was it? So I tell him, dude, it was just in the back. It was in the back of the car. It was underneath some of the gear. And so he goes out and he starts looking in the back of his car. Sure enough, the drone was gone. So I'm thinking that whoever broke into the car was looking through the windows and they saw the drone sitting in the back and they went specifically for the drone because otherwise, if they were breaking into the car just to see what else was in there, then they probably would have gotten the lens as well as the MacBook Pro. But seeing that they only got my drone, I think they probably looked in, saw the drone, smashed the window, unlocked it, went to the back, opened it up, took the drone, and then took off. And so now I'm pissed off because I just had my $1,000 drone stolen from me and they stole my car keys. Overall, I lost my $1,000 drone and then I had to pay about $320 to get replacement keys, key fobs, all of that for my truck. So I kind of ended up drawing the short stick out of this deal, but there's not really much I can do about it now. I have to just kind of accept that the drone is gone and move on. Even though I scoured different sites looking for it, I looked at eBay, I looked at a local classified section, Facebook Marketplace, like I scoured these sites for the last couple weeks just hoping that something would pop up. And something actually did pop up at one time, and I thought that I had found my drone, and I was gonna record it for you guys. So I'm on my way over to the house of the guy that I think has my stolen drone. He says he doesn't have a charger in the listing, so I'm gonna check it out, see if I can track this drone down. And I'm gonna try and record it. So I have my main DSLR right there. I'm gonna try to record that, and then I'm gonna put my phone in my pocket and use the microphone to record the audio. Hopefully I can get a little bit of luck and this is the guy that has the drone and I can get it back. Turns out that it wasn't my drone, and the kid that was selling it just hadn't found the charger, but by the time I got there, he was like, oh, hey, by the way, I found the charger for it. That was kind of the point I knew. I was like, that's not my drone. So at this point, I've kind of given up hope in finding the drone. My keys are replaced. It's kind of just time to move on. But the purpose of this video is to, one, kind of commemorate the different places that I went with that drone, because I saw a lot of places in 2018 with that drone. I got some pretty sick footage. I took it to Honduras, the Philippines for a month. I took it to Hawaii, different places here in Utah. Right after it got stolen, I actually put together like a short little montage of all the different drone shots that I got with it on my Instagram, which it is posted on there as one of my highlights, but I thought I'd throw together another one here on YouTube for you guys. So here you go. The other main reason I wanted to make this video is to kind of call out DJI. The way that DJI's drones work these days is they all work off of GPS. They get signals from multiple satellites coming in, and they can basically tell you exactly where that drone is at. In fact, you can track where your drone is at in the flight pattern off of your phone if you've been flying it with your phone. But the problem that comes up is when you don't have the drone. The only way that you can track where your drone last was is if your phone is connected to the controller and you're flying it and then it goes down. You can have kind of a general idea of where it goes, but if it were to be stolen like my situation, no way to track it. And DJI's drones cost as much, if not more, than a cell phone, and they already have the GPS information installed, so it would be super easy for DJI to say, okay, this is your drone, it has its unique serial number, you alone can track it. We're not gonna track it, but you can. Just like working with Find My Friends. I mean, you can pull up an iPhone, you can look at all your friends' locations within seconds. Same thing could be possible with DJI if they just open it up. So DJI, if you see this, I doubt you will, but if you see this, definitely look into that for your drones, because situations like this where drones are stolen, it would be nice to be able to recover them. Hopefully DJI sees this and they can implement some new tracking information into their drones so that this kind of thing doesn't happen in the future. I like to think that the world is mostly filled with good people who would never consider stealing somebody else's stuff. But obviously there's gonna be those people out there. You may cross paths with them one day. All I can say to those people is, don't be a dick. Don't steal people's stuff. Chances are they've worked hard for it and they've spent their hard-earned money on something that they really value. Don't take it away from them. Thanks a ton for watching, guys. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you around.